Hello scholars, welcome back to the Kemet Maasai Academy. We are continuing our series of motivational videos for students, and of course I'm reading from the Student's Master Plan, Hardcore Rules for a Lifetime of Success. The topic that I'm looking at today is every correct answer counts. When an army battalion is out in the midst of battle, the battalion leader is accountable for each and every soldier under his command. No life is taken for granted. At least, it shouldn't be. A good commander chooses the most strategic routes and opts for the plan of action that will involve the least risk to the soldiers. He does not take unnecessary risks or put his soldiers in situations that hold a strong possibility of them getting killed, except as a last resort where there is just no other way. A good commander always remembers that each soldier is somebody's child. Each soldier is somebody's husband or wife or brother or sister or friend. In other words, every soldier is important. Every life counts. As a student doing your tests, exams, assignments or orals, take the approach of the army commander in the battlefield. Every correct answer counts. Every wrong answer takes away from your overall score. It is your responsibility to get each and every sum home safely with as little casualty as possible. Just as a good commander would not hop over a wounded comrade, do not skip over any question on your paper. Try to save every question on your paper and carry them safely to base. Some questions may be wounded, and you just can't figure out what is wrong with them. But as much as you would like to dump these problems into the trench and leave them to the enemy, do not be a deserter. Hoist those problems over your shoulder and take them safely to base, even the messy ones that drip blood all over your paper. Every correct answer adds to your score. Every life saved adds to your prestige as an outstanding army officer. Don't deceive yourself that you can afford to lose 1 or 2 or 3 points. Someone else out there with more determination and higher standards will earn those 3 additional points and come out on top. Every single answer is precious and worth the time and effort needed to solve it. Treat each sum as an individual, a person worthy of respect and appreciation. If you approach every problem on your test paper with this attitude, then all the right answers will add up and you are bound to do exceptionally well. So this is an analogy. So we are comparing the questions on your tests, on your exams, to the soldiers on a battlefield. So you are the commanding officer. You are responsible to get every soldier back home safely to base. You are responsible to get every answer correct. Because remember, each point that you lose is like losing a soldier. And that soldier is important. That soldier is someone's friend, someone's son, someone's daughter, someone's wife. Now, you should always try to aim for 100% in everything that you're doing, whether it's orals, whether it's a written test, whether it's multiple choice, whether it's expanded answers, any kind of assessment that you're being given. The aim should always be 100%. It's achievable. Other students do it, why can't you? Don't just be satisfied to get the pass mark. You know, some students just want to know, okay, how much do I need to pass? And once they find that out, it's like they just set their aim for that and they're contented with that. That's not good enough. Would you like to take 30 men out into the battlefield and come back with only 15 men? Or even 20 men? Or 29 men? You don't want any soldier to lose his life or her life. Treat your questions the same way. If you get 30 questions to do, you want to get all 30 right. So that means you're going to allot the time. Remember, your work is timed, your tests are timed. Generally, they are timed. And not every question will carry the same amount of marks, but the effort that you have to put out is commensurate with the marks. So it's almost as if they are, really. Right? So find out how many marks are allotted to this question. If it's not a multiple choice where pretty much each answer is 1 mark. If it's a short answer, expanded answer, more than likely the questions will have different points allotted. Spend time on the question according to how many marks are allotted. A question that's worth 1 mark or 2 marks, don't allot a lot of time to that question. A question that's worth 5 marks, 10 marks, 25 marks, allot the time accordingly. Right? And you have to give your answer in terms of length according to the number of marks. Read your question carefully. Practice underlining the important words, especially the word not. That word not will make all the difference. Okay? So underline those key words. Are you being asked to list something? Are you being asked to define? Are you being asked to explain? To elaborate on something? All of these are different words that will, you have to answer in a different. If you're asked to list, then they just want you to list. If you're asked to explain, then you can't just list. You have to give detail for that. So make sure you understand the key words that are likely to come and how you should approach those kinds of questions. For the multiple choice, remember, typically you will have anywhere from 3 to 5 options. Let's say 4 options would be the standard, right? So given 4 options, more than likely there will be 1 or 2 that you can eliminate. So practice elimination. If you come across a question and you just don't have a clue what the answer is, don't give up on that question. Use your wizzy. Use your mother wit, your common sense to figure it out. If you can eliminate the ones that cannot possibly be it. So read the question and you say to yourself, okay, I don't know the answer, but I know for sure it can't be this one. It can't be that one. For whatever reason, based on your common sense and, just how your interpretation of the scenario, you can eliminate. And if you eliminate 2 out of 4, you have narrowed it down quite a lot. So now you just have to choose between the 2 likely ones. And even those 2 you can eliminate again and choose the best one, the better of the 2. So don't just give up and say, oh no, I don't know this answer, and just as we in my school days we used to say eeny meeny miny mo. You just say eeny meeny miny mo, and whichever one you stop on, you go with that one. You don't have to say eeny meeny miny mo. You don't have to randomly guess. Make a calculated guess. Make an intelligent guess if you have to guess. But we all know the best thing though is to be prepared. Come to the test prepared, and that way you don't have to be faced with guesswork. So more than likely your teacher, I mean, we have pop quizzes and so on, but most likely you will be told, or you know, a test is coming up. You know your exam is coming up. And as soon as you start your school year or your school term, you should be constantly revising, practicing, so that when you're told the test is coming up, you're already on top of things. It's just a matter of organizing your notes, going over again, but you're pretty much aware of what you're doing and where you are and what areas you need to spend a little more time with. You already know. So the best thing is to be prepared. Be prepared. And if you go into the exam and you see something that you're unfamiliar with, make an educated guess, an intelligent guess. Eliminate the ones, because examiners will structure the questions that way, right? They will put one or two that are not likely to be the answer, logically cannot be the answer. So you can eliminate those and narrow down your options. And many times there are common pitfalls that students fall into, and the examiner will make sure to put those kinds of answers. They actually will give practice exams to students and will actually look at the common errors that students make and make sure to put those answers. Example, for the multiple choice questions. So be aware of those kind of things, the common errors. You can actually go on the internet, use the internet as your resource. Type in common errors in a particular topic and you'll be surprised. You will find the common pitfalls that students make, and so you can avoid them. Right? Common spelling errors, common calculation errors, and so on. So just remember, every answer counts. Your ultimate goal is to get 100%. Don't leave any of your soldiers in the battlefield. Take them all home safely to base. If you have been motivated by this video, please share it so other students and parents and teachers can benefit as well. And remember, subscribe to the Kemet Maasai Academy. We have, in addition to the motivational videos, mathematics videos from grade 4 all the way to grade 11. Take advantage of those and share them with your friends, siblings, classmates. My scholars, I'll see you in the next video.